Tea time.
Welcome everybody! Souldin of the Grin Brothers here, and it's time for a tea time! As you can see, well, as it will slowly be fading into on screen, today's tea time is going to be the reaction video is going to be the Xbox Games Showcase. Just the Xbox Games Showcase. I'm not watching the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 direct thing. I have no interest of Call of Duty sort of thing. Though the advertisement campaign on the front of the Metro newspaper was pretty effective. I actually thought it was a legit thing that someone had defaced the Mount Rushmore is the American thing. This is probably going to be my final Xbox Games Showcase reaction of all. It's this year's or maybe a little bit into next year. It's going to be my last few tea time reaction videos sort of thing. I admittedly only really kept doing them because of the being featured in the reaction compilation by Ragged Knowledge sort of thing, with the Another Code reaction sort of thing. That's why I kept doing them. They're fun to do, they get a lot of views sort of thing, but they're so exhausting for me to do. It takes ages to render any of this stuff. So yeah, this is probably going to be the last one for the Xbox, unless there's some sort of avowed or fable dedicated one that happens this year. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. Anyway, today's tea is going to be a really old one. Literally, it's out of date by like 2019, but I need to try it out before I throw it away, really, because I forgot to put down my thoughts, and it's such an older one that I probably don't have it in a easily to find video. It's IChai number 5, a chai tea with brew time of 4 to 8 minutes, and the brand is, well, IChai. A rich and smoky chai with multi-layer flavours of predominantly cardamom alongside blends of green cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, star anise and black tea leaves. Shake well before use. And so it truly begins. Also, I guess because I couldn't watch the actual official Xbox one because they required me to log into the Xbox Series X with my YouTube account sort of thing. So, yeah, I'll start off with the age warning symbol up there, the age warning Nanka artwork by IChai Art. So, you know, there you go. Also, I guess speaking of IChai Art, and given I don't care about the Call of Duty they're showing on screen at the moment, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. So yeah, there's the IChai Art again. That's going to be all of the Call of Duty stuff for me then. Well, actually, on the plus side, I'll just quickly add to the Call of Duty, it does seem like they're focusing a lot on showcasing a campaign to it, which I believe is a return to form because they've been doing a lot of multiplayer only focus sort of thing. I did some interesting things about one of the previous Call of Duty games, how you could affect the story through a flashback sequence sort of thing and do some crazy stuff with it sort of thing. But apparently the game was so buggy that you wouldn't really get to experience that joyous stuff sort of thing. Hey, there's Phil Spencer. He's actually still alive.
Set in the
I heard that his base after he closed
where the truth
Tango Softworks and such, I heard his base was being nuked constantly in Fallout 76. So yeah, and he's been quiet for a while, so I'm quite surprised to see him, well, here. I'll be honest, I'm not sure I have many expectations sort of thing, or many hopes, I guess. I hope, you know, because like Xbox really soured the opinion with the latest stuff sort of thing.
Our own creative teams at Activision,
you know, with the closure of so many of the studios sort of thing, and I don't really care much for the Active Blizzard deal and all that sort of stuff. Things I'm expecting, they're trying to cover up the fact of the whole game closure, the studio closure thing, so I'm expecting either some like a really early Banjo-Kazooie reveal sort of thing, Dreamcast or more OG Xbox games on the Xbox, you know, like bring back their backwards compatible studio thing, because that seemed to be getting really popular before, the amount of work they did for backwards. I expect they'll just announce that they've managed to get Halo Infinite local co-op campaign working sort of thing. Those are like some of the 3 big announcements I think they could do, which would try to patch up and obscure the stuff that they've done. And this seems to be the Doom game, the middle Doom game, you know, one of the worst kept secret, because everyone's been talking about it for ages. Hey, Yo-Yo! That's pretty cool. There's got some really impressive weapons here. I mean, Doom's not for me per se. I mean, if I had to choose one of those sort of first-person sort of games of those time, I'd go with Hexen, but which is proper like fantasy-based sort of thing, not like this pseudo thing. But hey, it's at least a little change of pace, as it were. State of Decay. Guessing State of Decay 3. Yeah, State of Decay 3. Yeah, Undead Labs, yep, State of Decay 3. I'm kind of afraid to do so because I'm using an Xbox Hyperkin Duke controller to sort of control this sort of thing, and it's got Joy-Con drift and everything, well, controller stick drift and everything. Yeah, these Hyperkin replications, I love the feel of the Duke controller sort of thing, but these Hyperkin replications, I've had 2 now and they've both ended up with drift issues, horrible ones, so... Oh! Was that gameplay? Did it just transition to gameplay there for a second? I mean, that could easily be gameplay from the looks of it. But I thought it was more of a top-down thing, say, of the case series.
And that helped us find the courage to keep going.
I was about to say, you know, there's so many of them, they're so spread out, I don't think the guns are really doing much. Yeah, one of the games I was looking forward to, Kumitsugami Path of the Goddess, apparently got shown off in a thing just yesterday, actually. So, yeah, I don't expect that here then today, but yeah, Kumitsugami Path of the Goddess, that's apparently releasing in like July from Saturday? It was previously shown off in Xbox thing. Though, this feels very D&D influenced. Did EA quickly start making this after the success of Baldur's Gate 3?
Right. We'll need someone with fire in their blood.
I mean, BioWare made Dragon Age in it, but this doesn't look anything like Dragon Age, per se. Okay, again, it's purely cinematics, though, so far, so I can't really... I mean, I can know the saying of the world and everything, but... I don't know what kind of game it's going to be. Dragon Age, okay, so it is a Dragon Age game. Okay. Again, no gameplay, though, so... So yeah, they're planning to still update Starfield. Well, I guess they did have some initial good sales sort of thing. You know, critical reception aside, you know, they had sales, so... You know, that I think Rafham summed it up as Starfield is going to be a game with no cultural impact whatsoever, which is yeah, it's amazing just how stagnant Bethesda have gotten, as it were. 34.
Number. Ticking down every year.
Oh, 33. Ticking down. Okay.
One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again. And every year, an expedition departs for the continent with one
Which is
hopeless
weird,
mission.
because he looks way over than
Destroy
33.
the paintress, so she can never paint death again.
Yeah, I was going to say, it feels very square-based sort of game, but turn-based RPG? That's a turn-based RPG! Not the sort of thing I expect to see in an Xbox presentation. Okay, you got me intrigued. I saw the developer, but who's the publisher sort of thing? There's some real creative little designs going on here sort of thing. Got a paint thing to it as well. I feel it could probably be better represented in the art, in the sort of like way they do the world with the paint thing.
Even if
but
we fail our Expedition
good.
33.
33. Kelper, Sandful Interactive. I've never heard of these people, but my gosh, you consider me intrigued. Like, holy heck. No, well, I mean, is this the Swamp game, the Souldin game? The one from the We Happy Few developers. The one I thought was going to be a, was rumoured to be like a game about harpies, and yes, it's definitely not about harpies.
Your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh,
Interesting choice of low frame rate. Guess they won't have to worry about whether they're hitting 30 FPS or not. Oh no, hey, gameplay! Okay. That feels different. I mean, that's a much smoother frame rate than it did in the cutscene sort of thing. Third person game. Is that a fishing rod? Are you going to fish in this game? Because that's immediately a positive. Oh, actual gameplay! It only took us like, what, 30 minutes to get like a proper HUD sort of pop up on screen. Actual gameplay that we can tell is gameplay. I'm liking the look so far. I haven't been able to really hear what they've been saying, sort of thing. To unravel.
All right, time to find that church.
Oh, and all the flowers bloom. That's a pretty little visual effect. I'm sure there's been a fair few games which have done that sort of thing, but something I see. I mean, Okami did that. Sonic CD technically, but that's because the bandits were powered by flowers. So, two back-to-back sort of interesting things so far. Yeah. I am intrigued. Yeah, South of Midnight. Coming 2025. Yeah, okay, yeah, you know, that's... Compulsion game, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking the look of that. Actual gameplay! Holy heck! Oh, it's kind of sad how much that impresses me, actually, just seeing a little bit of gameplay. It was only one enemy as well. Little bit of terrain, sort of travelling sort of thing. Oh, it's definitely got a smoky flavour. I'm hoping I like this more, because, like, I don't tend to care much for, like, sweet chai, for the authentic chai, but I do like smoky chai, so hopefully, despite the fact this is a 2019 tea, it still tastes great. Some very pretty elves on screen so far. So, I had it brewed for 6 minutes. And it's got a smoky tinge to the end sort of thing, but the initial and a little tiny little bit of sweetness to it that like tickles the bottom of the tongue. But I think maybe it's the age of the tea, but the initial flavour's gone. It's bitter, but not a very pleasant bitter. It's not like I'm going to spit out level sort of thing, but it's like the initial taste isn't too great, and it's got a little bit of a waxy feel to it, which I don't think it's supposed to have. The smoky flavour is there, which was a little bit stronger sort of thing. But again, that could be just the age. It is way past its best before. But like I said, there is a little bit of sweet flavour to it at the bottom, but it's mainly smoky. And overall, I am liking it. But I do think the quality of it, I do recall it being better, because I'm sure I've had this before. I do recall the quality being better, but you know, that's what happens when you're drinking tea. The best before date was in 2019, and we're in 2024. So, you know, the 5-day out of date period, I know it's been well sealed and all, but yeah, it's good. It's good, but you know, again, I'd probably be saying it's great, or amazing, if it actually was in date sort of thing. But that was the IChai number 5. So this is the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake they announced a while back.
Your code name for this mission will be...
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3.
I'll be referring to you as not be seen by the enemy. Please leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? Concentration is the Fox Unit Special. In other words...
Oh wow, that even looks like classic Metal Gear Solid there sort of thing, with those like almost like, you know, top-ish sort of angle sort of thing. And the classic exclamation mark, and oh yeah, oh this is looking great. Very like true to form sort of thing. Rambo. Yeah, I'm not sure I was getting the stealth part here. the rocket launcher is a little bit different. Oh, I think I remember this game. I think they changed the protagonist's design to a degree. I was intrigued with this part. I thought it already came out though. I don't know. I remember watching gameplay of it and then being a little less impressed with how it actually flowed in gameplay. But I mean, it's nice that it's got gameplay to it, sort of thing. There was another game similarly named to it that I was intrigued by, but it only had a digital release. I'll see if I can remember it and put it on screen. The other game that intrigued me. It was announced in the exact same presentation when this one was announced. That was a long while back. And whilst I do think that it's got some cool elements to it, design-wise, I don't think it's quite managing to capture the same Souls-like sort of like a visual appeal of, say, yeah, I think the other one was called Ravenlock. Say Stellar Blade, you know, which definitely has a visual grip to it straight away. July 18. Although it's so close to the Kibitsugami though, which currently Kibitsugami with its tower defense gameplays winning out in terms of game that I'm looking forward to. It's not a world premiere, so it's an update on something that was already existing. Perfect Dark? Yeah, I'm quite surprised this is being shown off in just the middle then, sort of thing, given it was such a big hyped up thing, you know, their first quadruple A game sort of thing. Well, at least that was... Oh no, there's yellow paint. Of course there would be.
Turns out to be a lie.
Really nice to, again, you know, going in strong with the gameplay right here sort of thing. Whilst there's a lot of like twists and turns, otherwise it is looking very linear, which is also a pleasant thing. I mean, that would be far more fascinating to hear a direct on than the new Call of Duty. We had a snippet of gameplay before, but obviously it works better if works better if we got some HUDs popping up, sort of thing.
I mean,
there we go.
sure, you get your mega fans. You are like literally my favourite person. Your haters.
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
Occasional giant toad. For some reason.
Oh, the sense of humour is great.
The choices, you know, the skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, alright.
So are they going to be having it as a...
Terrifying.
Coming 2025 as expected sort of thing. Yeah, okay. Again, I wish there a bit more, you know, gameplay of a HUD sort of thing, but it's just nice to see Fable get mentioned again, because it is one of the big games I'm hyped for Xbox Series X. Liking the visual style and some of the elements to it, but I don't know, I get the feeling that it's like an arena shooter. Yeah, I can always correct myself. Oh wow, we really made the gacha thing with obvious with the... Okay, that's actually a smart idea. Big head to make headshots easier. Yeah, the whole card element, kind of cool. Wow, they put the developers so small on that. Okay, come and increase the size of the developer sign there, please. Ooh.
There is nothing left for me in the city.
Like in the art style?
So,
Oh, it's
some will say that in
dark
the
yet also
a
adorable.
city mouse doesn't stand a chance.
Aerial advertising. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I thought it already released on the Xbox Series X by this point. Ah, I'm quite surprised it hadn't already. Oh wait, no, this is an update to it, or like all the different new things you can do to it, sort of thing. Oh, it'd be cool if you could actually have pets in the regular Elder Scrolls sort of games. That'd be a nice little feature. Kind of funny to see Elder Scrolls having such humour presented with it in the sort of thing. That's actually kind of what I'm looking forward to with Avowed, getting a... Because like, Fallout's known for having humour in it, sort of thing. The Elder Scrolls games, less so. Meanwhile, my hope with Avowed is that, with Obsidian, that it takes the humour that is in like, what was it, Outer Worlds, actually interjects it into the fantasy setting of like Avowed sort of thing. Yeah, here we got Elder Scrolls Online being shown off, and it is presenting itself with a lot of humour. The Indiana Jones game. Again, strange choice going with a first-person perspective for it sort of thing. Given the two games that got inspired by Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider and IChai are both third-person games. And also the whip gameplay, I just doesn't feel very natural for a first-person perspective. Well, whip gameplay and platforming. But I guess the studios are sticking with what they feel most comfortable with. Oh, now the boat's going to come falling down. Oh, okay, that's going to be an awesome sequence. Okay. I would have thought for a second maybe it's Daemon X Machina 2 sort of thing, but I thought that was Switch exclusive. Revan was a big fan of Daemon X Machina. Wonder if he enjoyed this one too. Well, you know, even if it's not Daemon X Machina, it's got a similar vibe to it, sort of thing. A lot more lasers on screen, though.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you.
I think the massive corpses you managed to accumulate would have been a big indication that you're a monster. Ooh, liking the character design here. She's cool. Ooh, very pretty. Ooh, and gameplay! Oh, gameplay's always a nice treat! You know, honestly, it's giving me very much Team Ninja vibes sort of thing. Oh, did she just disappear in the middle of the dash? That's cool. Oh, gosh. Ooh. You've caught my interest. What is it? Nothing is forever. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. 5 lengthy. Oh, is this one of the Chinese studios sort of thing? Because there's been a few of them, like the Wukong Myth, Black Myth or something like that game recently came out, sort of thing. That was gathering a lot of attention, intriguing a lot of people. Oh, Avowed, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh. There's a lot of deception going on here, you know? First person deceives, second person deceives. I'm assuming this third person deceiving.
Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild.
Oh gosh, there are some really interesting environments, sort of thing. It sucks seeing the amount of first-person platforming you're expecting in all these different games across here. Avowed, coming 2024. You don't have a specific release date yet? Like, 2024 is this year, we're halfway through. Little disappointed that we don't have a specific release date, because yeah, I could really do with that. To know when to this game, like, that gets me worried that it might get pushed back. Assassin's Creed? I think this is Assassin's Creed. Yeah, pretty sure. There's been a lot of controversy about, is it Yasuke? Like, Yusuke. Like, I like that there's a game featuring him sort of thing, and I don't... But it does seem a little strange that this is the first time they've actually used a historical figure and actually made him playable. Usually the historical figures have been purely the side characters, so they had complete freedom to do with what they want with the original character. So it does seem a bit of an odd choice, but... Like, if this wasn't related to Assassin's Creed was like its own Yusuke game sort of thing, perhaps? I haven't actually seen much in the way of gameplay shown off for this game before, sort of thing. It's like been mostly focused on showing you like the trailers and getting that atmosphere and mood sort of presented. So, but yeah, there's a HUD and there's a good old classic health bar. That's neat. Again, not really a big fan of first-person shooters sort of thing. Interesting to see the perspective from a very different country sort of thing that you don't really get, well, until the recent conflict, war that happened. You didn't really hear much get discussed or talked about much. So it's interesting to see the Cultural elements to it. Ooh, like in the rain. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. And it's got a firm release date now, so good on it. It's been in development for quite a while, and obviously world events ended up delaying that, but yeah, it's finally coming out. Okay, so this will be here. So far, there has been a lot that's interesting, but nothing that's really, like, so blown me away to make me sort of, like, forget what Microsoft have done. I'm still in the impression the Xbox Series X is probably going to be the last time I support Xbox. I'm probably going to narrow myself down to just a Nintendo system and the Evercade in future sort of thing. But yeah, I am still excited for Avowed, still excited for Fable. It's a Gears of War thing, not really my cup of tea. But there have been a few games which have caught my interest here. They've been all 2025 released pretty much, but I have been intrigued by a fair few. There was that turn-based RPG one, the South of Midnight game, that has me intrigued. And there's been at least a couple others that have got my attention. I'll have a list of games of like a top sort of like 6 favorite, or top 5 favorite games from this presentation sort of thing. Also, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. By the way, I'll have had I'm pretty sure I've said that earlier in relation to Shy Something, but I'll have the artwork pop up again here. I'd have loved a Blink's Time Sweeper free sort of thing, but that was very unlikely. I'd have liked the Xbox backwards compatibility initiative to continue, whether it's my far out dream of like Dreamcast games sort of being made available, or just like more OG Xbox, because there's such a vast library of OG Xbox games and lots of IPs that Microsoft never carried on with. That would be nice, but nah, that's going to be the case. So a lot of things but at the very least I got Avowed, and I got Fable shown off, and I got more of some of the games that and I got some new games that intrigues me. But yeah, that seems to be the Xbox game showcase. I do not care for the Call of Duty, so this is where it ends. I hope you enjoyed my reaction, and with this countdown, cheerio!
What?